Okay. Okay, so today we will be introducing a new theme into the class. So in previous classes, we've kind of added a few extra practices to add on another layer of relaxation and awareness to the practice. For example, we've added mudras to these practices. Mudras, again, are the hand gestures that we use to guide the breath, or sorry, to guide the prana, the energy in our body, back into our body. Now, different mudras have different benefits, but they ultimately kind of add on another layer to normal pranayama practices. And in a previous class, we kind of talked a little bit about what tantra is. And in a bunch of yogic and tantra traditions, they use color as like a symbolism to kind of connect and bring things into our body, bring things into our life. And so that's kind of what we're going to do here. We're going to focus the class on color and bringing things into our body. So I'll kind of explain like what that really means as we practice each technique. We'll be practicing 4 different techniques. And before each technique, I'll give a quick kind of recap of how to practice this technique, and then I'll explain how we add the color layer into it. But essentially here, what we'll be doing is as we inhale, we're going to be inhaling the light into a certain part of our body. So it's kind of visualizing, deepening our awareness. So, to begin, we'll first be practicing diaphragmatic breathing. So, this is the technique that focuses on strengthening and isolating the bottom third of our lungs, so like the belly area. Now, again, I'll give a quick recap of how to practice this technique, and then we will all practice it together, and I'll explain the color aspect. So, to practice this technique, it's best to do lying down. If you're unable to do it lying down, you can do it seated, but it's better if you're able to lie down because it's easier to breathe into this area. So, as you lie down, you're going to lie down with your knees together and your feet apart, flat on the floor. You're going to place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to breathe into your hand on your belly here. So you're only breathing into your belly area. Your hand here is on your chest to make sure that there's no movement whatsoever. You're breathing in and out of the nose, making sure that your breath is super, super even and smooth. So, for example, if we're breathing in for 4 seconds, we're breathing into a quarter of this area for every second. Same on the exhale. I'll show you what a few rounds looks like. So you see how I'm only breathing into this area, not up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Now, adding on the color aspect, the color symbolism, what we'll be doing is, as you breathe in, you're going to visualize breathing in a red light into the base of your spine, all the way at the bottom of your spine. So again, as you inhale, you're going to visualize bright red light coming into your spine, the base of your spine. Now, different colors kind of have different meanings. There isn't one kind of universal meaning for each color. It really just depends on like the tradition that you look into. Similarly, with when we practice pranayama, different techniques have different names and different traditions. There are different counts and stuff, and so there's not one kind of right meaning to each color, but we're kind of just using it as inspiration to kind of add another layer of awareness to our practice. So we'll be practicing this. If you practice diaphragmatic normally before, you can kind of notice if you feel any different with the added visualization piece. But each of these colors kind of matches to like a specific technique based on what it's kind of meant to do. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about how to practice this technique or the visualization piece? So here we'll be practicing a 5 count, which means we're breathing in for 5 seconds, exhaling out for 5 seconds. Again, visualizing only on the inhale, breathing in red light into the base of your spine. So to begin, you can lie down if you are able to. If not, you can be seated. Make sure your spine is totally straight. Can begin by placing one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And take a moment here to just make sure that everything is totally relaxed. So make sure your feet are relaxed. Make sure your legs are relaxed. Make sure your arms are relaxed. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Your eyes are closed if possible and relaxed. Your eyebrows are not scrunched. Everything is relaxed.
Pranayama number 1, diaphragmatic breathing. 5 count. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and breathe out.
Hi guys, I'm going to test my
Okay, take a couple of moments to just notice how you feel. When you feel ready, if you're laying down, you can slowly turn to the side and use your arms for support to slowly get up back into your seated position. And if you're seated, when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes.
Hi, Nazila's picture.
Hello.
You seem so mysterious behind that picture.
Good job, Larry.
How does everyone feel? Did anyone notice anything different? It's really like a subtle difference. So if you don't feel anything different, adding on the visualization piece. But if you did notice anything, or anything just from practicing in general.
Stop,
I'm
Larry.
I'm not exactly sure why it was so difficult for me to grasp, like in the color spectrum, red to and then place it at the base of my spine. I was going from color. I was going trying to use coloring crayons, red stoplights. I don't know if there's any suggestions of, or if there's some kind of a blockage.
Yeah, so you can just think of kind of, I guess, not just like a red stoplight, but like the specific light part, just red light purely. Like think of it as like think of like a red sun. If does that help? Like, you know, imagine there's just like a red sun. That's kind of the shape red light breathing into visualizing it going into your the base of your spine. Does that make sense?
Going into or shooting out from.
In into.
Okay,
Yes. You can kind of visualize it like going into the base of your spine, kind of spreading to your body through there.
sure. Thank you.
Does,
I,
uh,
I
does
have a
anyone notice?
question
Oh, yeah.
about the red light.
Yes.
Okay, so we're breathing it in to the base of our spine. What do we do with it when we breathe out? Do we just hold it there or do we let it release it or what's happening?
So when you're exhaling, you're not exactly visualizing it. You can hold it into your body. You're not visualize anything going out or anything coming in. You're just kind of holding it in your body. But
Okay.
yeah. So you can kind of like let that visualization go and then continue, or you can hold it, whichever just feels comfortable. Yeah. Did anyone notice anything? Anyone have any other questions?
I couldn't get the red light.
Sorry, can you repeat that? It cut out.
I couldn't visualize the red. I keep getting blue.
Oh, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, when that happens, sometimes I think maybe you can just kind of let it come and see if maybe towards the end you can transition back to red. But kind of what the idea is, each of these colors are meant to bring about like certain energy. And it's really similar to kind of any layer or addition you add to pranayama, kind of like mudras. Each mudra has different benefits. Same with like the colors and stuff. But yeah, I mean, honestly, as you practice too, it will get easier to kind of visualize that. I think a lot of people might think that the visualizing piece is an easy piece because you just think of it and it comes. But a lot of the times when we're practicing this, it's kind of opening up energy blockages. And so it's totally normal if you feel like when you're trying to visualize one thing, you're visualizing another thing. And personally, what I think is that you should just kind of let that come. Don't try to like forcefully change anything, but as you continue to practice and like energy blockages open up, then you'll notice that it gets easier. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does anyone have any other questions? Anything they'd like to share? They noticed? You just, feel extra calm?
Yeah, definitely that.
Diaphragmatic breathing is definitely a very, very calming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We will move on to our second technique for today. We'll be practicing full yogic breathing. This is the technique where we're focusing on breathing into our entire lungs, really stretching our lung capacity and exhaling everything completely out. So to practice this technique, you're going to sit in whatever position is comfortable. You just need to make sure your spine is totally straight. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in through your nose, exhale through your nose as well. And as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in, focusing your awareness on the bottom of your lungs, and then the middle part of your lungs, and then the top part of your lungs. And then exhaling from top to bottom, really focusing on stretching, filling every little part of your lungs on that inhale. And on that exhale, focusing using your breathing muscles to exhale everything out without crunching your spine or crunching anything else. So for the visualization piece for this technique, we'll be visualizing breathing in green light into our heart center. So again, breathing in a bright green light into our heart center on the inhale. Now, on the exhale, same as kind of what we talked about, you can kind of imagine that green light spreading to everything in your body, or you can just, let the visualization go and continue it back up on the inhale. So, does anyone have any questions about how to practice this technique? Just very deep breathing into our entire lungs. Okay, we'll be practicing a 6 count today, which means we're breathing in for 6 seconds and exhaling out for 6 seconds. Okay. So to begin, you can close your eyes and make sure everything is totally relaxed. Everything besides your breathing muscles. Make sure your jaw's relaxed, your eyes are nicely closed. They're not shut too hard. Make sure your legs are relaxed. Make sure your belly is relaxed as well.
Here we go. Pranayama number 4, full yogic breathing. 6 count. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in and breathe out.
Okay, take a couple of moments to just sit and notice how you feel. Okay, and when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. How do we all feel? Did anyone notice anything? Anything different from this technique compared to the first technique that we practiced?
For this one, it was easier for me to visualize the green light.
Me
Huh.
too.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah. I can get a lot of
Interesting.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah,
Very
I think
cool.
it really is interesting how some techniques come easier, some techniques come harder. It just really depends on everyone as a person. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did anyone feel like they noticed anything different when they practiced this kind of added visualization compared to normally just practicing full yogic on its own?
I feel happier. I feel very happy and upbeat.
That's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, each color is kind of meant to energize certain centers of our body. And
It's
so they
weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, no,
I
no, go
was
ahead, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say that the green got darker for me. Like at first it was very subtle, but then right before I was almost ready to open my eyes, the green just got really dark.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that you noticed that. See, this is definitely something that if you guys want when you practice, if you've been practicing for a long time, you can kind of like play around with it to see, if we feel any different. You can experiment with different colors, with different techniques, things like that. But yeah, did anyone else notice anything? Any questions?
My green kept turning to blue for some reason, and I had to force it back to green.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh.
Figured.
That's interesting as well. I think usually when you practice, you can kind of, if you notice that the color changes to another color, you can kind of maybe let that happen,
Oh.
instead of just like forcing it. It's kind of like, for example, if you guys have practiced meditation, there's a type of meditation that my dad practices, and I used to practice like consistently when I was younger. Um, and it's called TM, Transcendental Meditation. And in this specific meditation, they have you say a mantra. And if any thoughts come in, you're supposed to kind of like let them come instead of going back to the mantra. Or, I mean, you're supposed to be saying the mantra the entire time, but you kind of just let the thoughts come. And so, similarly with this practice, if thoughts come, you can kind of welcome them, and just see if your mind tends to kind of still as you continue to practice. But just notice and stuff.
Mm. I did notice that how will I say this? Not like a gentle allowing, a shifting. It's almost like how if you're riding a bike and just kind of a little bit rusty. Just I kind of noticed that my awareness went from my breathing, and then I would shift it to make the noticing the my body, and if there was any kind of a gentle scanning, and then also to the light. So so it's a new practice with the light and the doing them all together. So it's definitely it takes a moment, but I'm just noticing like just allowing my body, my mind to do a gentle shifting from one to the next so that they will have some kind of a balance over time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, definitely for this one too, green is supposed to kind of like breathing it into the heart is supposed to like open it up.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like why we added to full yogic breathing. It's a very,
Hmm.
what's the word? I guess deep technique.
Yeah, I noticed the green, it feels like it's hugging my internal body.
That's good,
Mhm.
Mimi.
Wow. I
Yeah.
like how you phrased that. That's like
Yeah.
a,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense, Karen. Good.
No, that was Mimi.
I love that.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any other questions or any other comments, anything they noticed? Okay, let's see. Okay. Now we'll move on to our third technique, and we'll be practicing nadi, shodhana, pranayama. So same here on the inhale, what we're going to be doing is we're going to breathing in golden light into the center of our eyebrows around this area. And so here we're kind of breathing into the third eye area, which is associated with things like awareness and, stillness and things like that. So again, on the inhale, as we breathe in, we're breathing into the middle, kind of like forehead area, middle of our eyebrows around here. Breathing in golden light. So we'll be practicing nadi, shodhana, pranayama. To practice this technique, you can use your thumb and your ring finger of your right hand. And you can use these to close the nostril that you're not breathing into. Now, if you know the variation where you take the first two fingers and you bend them, placing the fingertips at the top of the palm, using these two fingers to close your left nostril and your thumb to close your right nostril, feel free to use that variation if you have practiced that. If not, you can use your thumb and your ring finger. So to begin, you're going to place your right thumb, close your right nostril completely, breathing in through your left nostril, a nice deep full yogic breath. Then you're taking your ring finger, you're closing your left nostril, exhaling everything out through your right nostril. Breathing in through your right nostril, full deep yogic breath. And then taking your thumb, closing your right nostril, and opening your left nostril, exhaling through the left. That is one round, and in the recording, there will be 10 rounds. Again, as you breathe in, you're breathing in golden light to the middle of your eyebrows area. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? So before we begin, take a minute to close your eyes and make sure everything is totally relaxed, your entire body. If it helps, you can take a moment to just start at your feet. Make sure every body part is relaxed, going up all the way to the top of your head. We'll be practicing a 6 count, which means you're breathing in for 6 seconds, exhaling out for 6 seconds.
Okay, here we go. Pranayama number 5. Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. 6 count. 6 count inhale and 6 count exhale. We begin on the left side with an inhale. Breathe out. Take your right hand thumb and cover your right nostril. And inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale from the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in and breathe out.
Take a couple moments here to just sit and notice how you feel. When you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay. How does everyone feel after that technique? Does anyone have any questions or anything that they noticed from practicing this? Just from practicing the normal technique, or if you noticed anything new, anything different.
I noticed that my head tingled the whole time.
Mm,
Yeah.
love
It's like
that.
Little golden bells tingling in your head.
Yeah, I could. The gold was very subtle, but my head was just tingling the whole time we were doing it.
Hmm.
I love that you guys notice all of those, like the sensitivities. It's honestly amazing that you notice that.
And it also, the color went back to green. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
me too. Golden green, yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Gold color stayed gold for me, but it got sparkly.
Oh,
Like
cool.
the
Yeah, I
it
Um,
saw
was
the
like
sparkling too,
the
yeah.
shimmery gold.
Yeah,
wow.
it's very neat.
Yeah.
And for
I
me,
love
my nose was tingling.
Okay.
It opened up my
amazing.
adenoids.
Wow.
Yeah, it opened the front of my head. I felt
Hmm.
like I have space on the front of my forehead now.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. I love that you guys noticed that. Yeah, this is definitely something you can kind of, play around with as you kind of continue your practice and you want to kind of add another layer of something to your practice when you're just, practicing yourself on a daily basis. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to share? Any questions? We will go ahead and practice our last technique for today, which will be shunyaka pranayama. Now, in this one, it's going to be a little different. So same on the exhale, same on the inhale, we'll be breathing in a certain light. But this is the technique that focuses on the suspension at the bottom. So what we'll be doing is we'll be inhaling, exhaling, and holding our breath. So suspend is after we've exhaled everything out, that hold at the bottom there, that is called suspend. Now again, we'll be inhaling, exhaling, and suspending, holding. For this technique, what we'll be doing is as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in deep blue, kind of indigo light into the bottom of
Hmm.
your feet. Now, as you kind of exhale, what you're going to focus on is you're going to focus on that light, that deep blue indigo light, flowing from the bottom of your feet up through your legs, up to the top of your head. Now, at the hold, at the shunyak, you're kind of just going to sit there and notice a light in your body, kind of visualize all of the
Hmm.
light that's filled up your entire body. And then after that shunyak, we're going back to the inhale, breathing in the light from the bottom of your feet. Breathing in, and as you exhale, you're focusing on the light filling your entire body, going up to the top of your head. And then on the shunya, just noticing the light in your entire body. Does that make sense for everyone? Does anyone have any questions?
I have a question, Ria. Is the suspend in the in between or at the end?
It's after the exhale. So
Okay.
after we've inhaled everything, inhaled, and then exhale, and then hold. That hold is the suspend. So after there's nothing else in our lungs, all of the air is completely out. We're really focusing on breathing into our full lung capacity on that inhale and exhaling out completely on that exhale, breathing in and out through the nose.
So you say the blue from the feet and go all the way up to the head, and then what?
Yes, so you're kind of envisioning the light going through your entire body up to your head. And then on the shunyak, on the hold, you're just kind of sit there and notice the light in your body and just kind of notice the stillness.
Oh, okay.
Ria, what does shumyak mean?
Shunyak just means suspend, hold.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we'll be practicing a 3-6-8 count. So that means you're breathing in for 3 seconds, exhaling out for 6 seconds, and suspending for 8 seconds. So since that 3-second inhale is a pretty fast inhale, you're kind of visualizing breathing in the light pretty fast. But then on that exhale, you're focusing the 6 seconds, you're imagining it filling your entire body. And then on that hold, you're just noticing. Okay, so before we begin, you can take a moment to close your eyes and make sure everything is totally relaxed besides your breathing muscles.
Pranayama. 3, 6, 8 count. 3 count on the inhale, 6 count on the exhale, and 8 count on the suspension at the bottom. We begin on the inhale. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3,
You
4,
take the
five,
horse.
6. Suspend. 1,
And
2,
I
3,
got faster.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1,
Open bear paper?
3, 4,
That's like a
5,
military
6.
drill.
Suspend. 1, 2,
I hear
3,
you.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and breathe out.
Okay, take a couple moments and just notice how you feel. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. How was this technique for you guys? Did anyone find it was easier or harder compared to the other techniques we practiced? Or if you noticed anything else while practicing, any questions that came up?
Harder.
It was easy to me.
Easy for you, hard for me. I kept getting pink,
Hmm, interesting.
like a subtle blue, but then it would go to pink. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you can like experiment with this and see, but that's really interesting.
Yeah.
What I noticed that I haven't in a while, that was just very apparent to me, was when I opened my eyes, slowly, of course, and gently. Everything in my atmosphere, my environment was just like clearer and sharper. I looked out the
Mm.
window, and I noticed the flowers. I even noticed that there was a shift in some of the petals, the flowers. So that was neat.
I love that. Yeah, we've definitely talked a bit about how, after practicing, you can see and just in people's eyes, everything becomes brighter and clearer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or any questions that came up?
Yeah, I have another question related to the suspends. Suspend
Yes.
is that suspend? I guess a little more clarification since I'm new to this. Does that mean like not breathing in or out? Is that
Yes.
okay? Just want to make
Yes.
sure.
It just means holding a breath. So kind of what suspend means, so you inhale everything and then
Hmm.
you exhale everything. And then before you inhale, before you breathe anything in, you're just holding. So
Okay.
everything is exhaled out and you're not breathing in. So not breathing in or exhaling. So
Thank you.
there's kind of like
Just want to
yeah,
make
there's
sure I was
two parts, or sorry, there's four parts of the breath. There's the inhale, and then there's hold. And hold is after we've inhaled everything and there's air in our lungs, we're not exhaling or inhaling anymore. We're just holding. And then there's exhale and then suspend. So suspend is hold when there's nothing in our lungs. So we just say suspend because hold could mean the top or the bottom. So it's just for clarification. Does that make sense?
okay. Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything?
Well, I feel so out of it. I couldn't find a color at all. So,
Um, that's totally normal. You can kind of just, the visualization piece will kind of just come. If you find that the color's going away, you can let that happen for a bit. And then when you feel ready, you can kind of slowly turn your mind back to that visualization.
I'm actually the same way. Color and visualization is probably the weakest area of my personal practice. It's something that work on. So it's just it's one of these things, right? The more we practice, the more we can do it. But it's really interesting to see how it affects, once we start developing that ability, even if just in small ways, start noticing how it subtly changes, the practice that we're doing, like we heard here,
Mhm.
today.
can it be because we have a more engineering mind than a creative mind or
I've wondered
artistic
about
mind?
it. This is one of these areas where, yeah, it could be that, it could be there's a visualization center in the mind itself, according to yogic thought. We have the visualization center in the physical body, which is the eyes, of course, right? Which is the physical aspect of sight. But there's also a subtle aspect, to sight, at least according to yogic thought. And that's the faculty that gets engaged, like when we have dreams, right? When you're sleeping and you have dreams, your eyes are closed, your physical eyes are closed, you're lying on the bed, you're asleep, but you're still seeing, like when you wake up, you're like, oh, I saw this, I saw that, right? And so, for some people, that aspect, I mean, this is how I've thought about it, right? For some people, that visualization aspect, that subtle visualization aspect is just more developed, stronger, than others. And it could be because of an engineering, having an engineering background. It could be just, some people are born that way, and have that ability, but it can be honed, through practice. And I find the same thing that everybody, many of us were talking about here, where, I'll start off with one. Today it was actually interesting for me. I kind of was able to stick to one color, but it's, with practice, like, I guess maybe it's like starting to happen a little bit more for me, but it's very common, right? For, to start off with one color and then switch to another. And the whole idea is, I mean, there's a bunch of different aspects to this, and it complicates things that, like Ria said, different systems have different colors that map to different parts of the body. And so, as far as I can tell in my own self-study and from what I have read, this is just the colors really serve a few different points. One is more focusing of awareness, right? The more we have going on, the less the mind is going to want to focus on. You're focused on the breathing, you're focused on the visualization, you're focused on, where the breath is going into the body. The more we engage the mind, in the process, the less likely it's going to run off to what's for lunch.
Right.
So there's that aspect to it, right? And we want to build it up, of course, but there's that. And then the second thing is that for different, as Ria said earlier, right? Different colors are said to have different effects on the mind. And this is like, I think this has been studied, right? In neuroscience and things like that. It has different effects on the mind. And so, when we're focusing on a different color, bringing it in to different parts of the body, it's activating, at least according to a yogic perspective, it's activating certain parts of the body and energy centers of the body and opening up certain energy centers of the body. And it can be different for different people. And so, there's a time and place for I'm going to be focused and try to stick to the color, that I'm supposed to be doing, whatever that means, right? Whether it's in a class or whether it's on your own. And then there's a time and place to just be free flowing and sort of I'm going to start off with one color and let it evolve, start off with, indigo and let it turn into pink and just see what the effect is on your body. Remember, this whole practice is about developing and deepening our awareness of our body and our mind.
Yeah.
Most of us are walking around without much awareness of like what's really going on inside. But the more we can develop this awareness, the deeper we can get around like what exactly is going on, where the energy blockages are in the body, the finer we can tune the practice to then go direct the energy to those parts that are blocked, open them up. And when those blockages open up, this good feeling that you get, this blissful feeling that you get from this practice and other practices, that's what you're feeling when that happens.
Yes.
That's really the idea.
I just wanted to just note that while I was capturing like the color and coordinating it with like my breath, like I guess my inhalation, and then also thinking about paying attention to how do I send that. Sometimes the color would go like I would have a body outside of me, like the visualization of a body outline of a body that would appear outside of me, like I don't know, like above me. And so I was just noticing how I was capturing the color and the process of how do I, what does it look like when I'm, sending it through my body, and so that's interesting for me to just to pay attention to that process and what it will develop into. Will it be, the body that I'm sitting in, have a full blue or take on the color, or is it an aura, or I'm not quite sure yet.
Wonderful. It's exactly the idea here.
Yeah, you
There
kind
is
of just
yeah.
go ahead.
There's no like one size fits all, kind of thing on this. This of all the topics, that I've come across in the field of yoga and tantra, this is one of the one certainly one of the ones that's pretty nebulous, right? But I think once we start doing it, what's really interesting about it, at least for me, I can only speak to my own practice. When I incorporate this element into it, there's something about it that it does, right? There's something just kind of deeper about it, right? And I don't know if that's just the focused awareness, and kind of making it more complex, and so that way my mind isn't running off, as much, or if it is actually, the colors. I mean, like I said, like we know, different colors do have different effects on the mind. You know, there's different colors that are associated with different healing frequencies. I mean, this becomes its own, like sound healing it's kind of would be the sound equivalent of what we're talking about. We're doing the visual equivalent of the sound, healing kind of thing. You could say.
Great. Well,
Thank you, Larry.
thank you guys. I feel
Mhm.
wonderful again. I'm back
Awesome.
energized.
Beautiful.
Bye bye. See
See
you
you
at church.
tomorrow.
Whoever's
Have a
going to
cute
church.
class.